100. And then that's it.
Correct. You don't have to do anything with the 3. It already knows. 103. Okay? $15,000. Want it to come out like that.
Thousand bracket
Hmm?
thousand bracket dollars.
Oh, you have to define it separately again.
Yeah.
1,000, just find 1,000 and define dollars.
Because they use it as, there's 3 strokes. 15 stroke, 1,000 stroke, dollars. They didn't put it together like up here. Up here,
It was THOUGC.
they used it as 1 stroke.
What?
They didn't use it as 1 stroke down there. It was 2 strokes. Yeah. So that's why it would be different. What the heck? $0.50.
Do you do anything to it? Do you do anything to that? Just cents?
Just define cents. Same thing with, how would you do 15S?
You have to put the 15 though, right? Since
Yeah.
it's 1 stroke.
You have to put the 15
Why?
because it's 1
it's a
stroke.
Okay. All right.
This right here is 2 strokes. 50 stroke cents. This is 50S. 1 stroke. So how would you do it?
15
Bracket S.
cents. 15 bracket cents.
C-E-N-T.
Cents in bracket?
No, what? I don't know.
Tell me.
Yeah.
No. 15 open bracket, close bracket cents.
That's what we said.
That's what she said.
That's what I said. Was the cents in the bracket?
Ah,
You
Yes.
tried to trick me.
No.
no.
All right. 2 p.m. As
P-N with the asterisk for us. Oh, P period and period.
not the stroke. I wasn't asking for the stroke. Okay, we were talking about hyperkeys. This is when it converts, when you want to convert it to time, money, numerals, written out words. That's your speed key for changing it to money, whatever. Which is one way of doing it. Your auto magic keys, like I said, is going to have it anyway. So, you know, it's not really going to matter.
If in case it's not right, they'll know.
And if in case it's not right,
Then you can-
or they don't give you an option, that's the way that you change it. M, money, T, time, N for numerals, and W for written out. But these are capital, guys. Capital. So it's going to be shift. Shift M, shift T, shift N, shift W. Got it?
With Eclipse, 2 basic steps will give you excellent number translation. Fine-tune your dictionary and fine-tune your number settings. Pure number bar strokes aren't even necessary in your dictionary. Other numbers building blocks will be defined as words, not digits. 100, 1,000, million describe orders of magnitude. Write the word dollars when you hear it, not before, and it, like other money words, will trigger number conversion with the appropriate currency symbol. If a number doesn't translate right, it's probably because of an old dictionary entry. Remove such entries and your build...
Y'all understand what it's telling you right there?
Yeah.
If it's not coming out right, then it means that somebody probably defined it like this: $25,000. 25 THOUDZ $1,000 should not be defined that way in your dictionary. You do nothing with the 25, that's defined as 1,000 bracket dollars. Okay?
What he's trying to do there, then you're trying to put that into words and numbers and words. In other words, it came out as $25,000 the way it is, but you don't want it like that. You're wanting it like the 3 million, 25,000.
23 million, 25,000, 3 cents.
THOUSAND is what you're wanting. But because in the dictionary it did that, that's how it came out, the 25,000.
No, you don't want it in words.
But then why? Okay.
You want it in dollars.
But they didn't correct the
'Cause
rest of it.
and they're gonna tell you in just a second when I play this thing again. But he said $23,025,000, 3 cents.
Okay.
They're gonna want that as money, and they're gonna show you, how to do it. So they don't want 25,000 THOUSAND. They want it like that, but they want it in money.
Building blocks will work properly. A separate presentation deals with finding and moving entries in and out of.
That's how they want it right there. That's the way that it's supposed to be defined.
Right.
It's not supposed to be defined as this.
Right.
$23,025,000, 3 cents. It's supposed to come out like that. That's the correct way. That's what they're saying. But because he wrote it out, in different ways, but he had it differently in his dictionary and it was wrong,
Okay.
then that's the way that it's come out, because that's the way that it's defined now.
Okay.
Okay?
When it's defined as the numerals 25,000, so 25000, it doesn't allow the system to interpret any way it can incorporate into other words.
Yeah, because it's already defined as 25,000.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's why you need it changed in your dictionary. So if it's coming out like this, then that means something's wrong right here. Put your cursor right here. F9 opens your dictionary. Press your main. It should take you right there to the stroke that you have. And then that's when you know that you need to define it differently.
And you would do 1,000 brackety dollars.
Dollars written out. Yeah.
We're learning something.
Very good. Took a while.
Your dictionary. Occasionally you'll want to convert numbers after translation. Mark the number first, then click on the toolbar icon, or use the menu or the speed key, Control and the pound key together. Here you see your number as it starts out, and as it would look depending on which format you choose. However, your numbers settings will control, and so the gear icon takes you quickly to adjust those settings. Within the
I don't know why they played that again. They just played the same one that we showed earlier.
That's okay, because it
But anyway. This is your hyperkeys for what you want. For quantities, money, ordinal, whatever. Roman lowercase is a small I. Everything else is shift. Okay? That's your hyperkeys for it. Okay?
I think we did that one.
What?
We looked at the list.
Let's see some of the choices that AutoMagic offers relating to numbers. As soon as I place my cursor on 3, AutoMagic offers me several number conversion choices.
And that's what I was talking about earlier, guys. It doesn't matter what you put here. It does, but it doesn't. It does because if you have it defined correctly and you want it to do the right thing, then it's going to. But if you don't do it the right way, it's okay. AutoMagic's going to help you. It's always going to kind of help you. So it's going to kind of know, you know what? He stroked out 3. He stroked it out. 3. So I'm going to put it the way that he told me to do it. It's what the software is doing. It's always going to do what you tell it to do. You stroked it out, it stroked it out. But did you mean to put 3? Did you mean to put $3? 3 o'clock? Roman numeral 3? Convert numbers to something else? It's always going to help you. It's always thinking ahead. Well, you know what? Maybe you, not that you messed up, but maybe you want something else. So it's always going to give you that option. Okay? Or did you stroke it wrong? And you meant to write true. It's always thinking ahead. Okay? Always thinking ahead. So this thing is awesome. The Automagic Keys is awesome. So I mean, you know, it's always going to help you. But it's always going to do what you tell it to do.
Turning this to a digit, to a money number, to time, to a Roman numeral, and in case these are not enough, choice 5 opens the number conversion dialog, so I have all of my number conversion choices at my fingertips. In this case, no change is necessary. However,
Did y'all see what it did right there? On that auto number conversion? It automatically does it. Or you can do the Control Shift 3 or pound.
I was
And
wondering
then that
where-
opens it up. That's what it did.
Wondering where they're gonna put the hyphen.
Yeah, that was
So you-
conversion dialog, so I have
the what?
You went on to the next word, and that's when it said you want a hyphen there.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right.
all of my number conversion choices at my fingertips. In this case, no change is necessary. However, when I place my cursor on the word car, the number 1 choice is to turn this into the expression 3 car with a hyphen.
Okay.
You understand what it was doing there?
Yes.
It's talking about a 3-car garage. 3 is, signifying garage.
To turn this into the expression
So is car. They're both signifying garage. 3-car garage. So it needs to be hyphenated because they're both signifying the garage. So it gives you that as an option. Or you can highlight both of these by doing F7. Highlight, highlight, highlight. Not Control G, F7. Y'all get that?
Yeah.
You're not trying to global
That's
it.
2 words. That's the 2-word,
Control G globals it because it thinks you want to define something. F7 is marking it,
marking.
okay? So you want to mark it and then push the dash and it puts it in there already. Do y'all know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Are you sure? Positive? Because I can show you if not. Does everyone get that? If you don't, tell me right now, guys. Don't be embarrassed
Well,
about saying it.
F7 is the one that does 2 words. F8 will do 3 words. F9 will do 4 words.
No,
right?
that's not. You're
That's
not
not
trying to
right.
global it. You're not globing it.
You're marking it.
You're marking it.
You're highlighting
You
it.
just want to mark it. Let me show you what I'm talking about.
Maybe I'm just not saying the right words then. Okay.
Right here.
Okay.
F7,
Yeah.
F7, dash. See what it did?
Yes.
See what it did? Want to do it again. F7, F7,
Oh.
dash. Puts the dash in there.
If you highlight.
Or
3
you
words,
can
it
go
will do
through
3.
there and, do shift or control over 1 space, because it didn't have the space right there. Back it up, in, dash. Seriously? You can.
If you wanted to
You
put a
just
hyphen,
wasted 45 minutes,
if
but
you wanted to
all
put a
right.
hyphen between 3 words, then you would just do the F7.
You can do
F7,
20
F7.
words.
Okay.
It doesn't really matter, okay? So say you want to do that, F7, 7, 7, 7,
Okay.
dash.
Ah. I know what you mean, but
Yeah.
there.
See what it did?
Yes.
It put the dashes in between anything that you do, okay? Any questions on that?
And 3-car with a hyphen. In this case, 2:30 really meant time. I can
See, they meant time right here, but it doesn't really matter. See how they did 2:30? They stroked out 2. It did what you told it to do. Stroked it out, but you hit 3-0. Okay, that's fine. Did you mean 230? Did you mean $230? 230 as in date? 230 as in time? Or Roman numerals? Or did you want to convert it to something else? It already knows. It's already thinking way ahead of you. But you know what? That's the way you stroked it. That's the way they put it. So it's going to do what you tell it to do. Okay? So unless you have dollars, cents, date, time, whatever, it's going to put it the way that you told it to put it. But it's always going to give you different options. So don't freak out, you know, if it's like, oh man, I forgot to put the dollar symbol. Don't freak out. It's already going to give it to you there as an option. All you do is pick the option.
place my cursor either on 2 or 30. Either way, Automagic will detect the full number and give me the appropriate number conversion choices. In this example, pressing 4 would turn this to a time number, and there was no need to mark the full extent of the number before Automagic offered its choices. In this next example, third refers to a date, and so the number 1 choice is to convert this to...
So this is the way he stroked it out. He did it the same way here. It's going to ask you, do you want it in an ordinal? Or did he say, what place did he come in? Third? T-H-I-R-D. What day did he come on? March 3rd? 3RD. So it's always going to give you that option. And it doesn't even really matter if you put third. See how it knows that did you mean money? Did you mean time? It's still going to give you that option. Anytime you write a number, it always thinks ahead that maybe you wanted to do something else. So it's going to give you that option. Understand that?
a digit with the ordinal suffix. And this yes that follows is the start of a paragraph. If I press 3, that will now make it easy for me to say this is an answer.
You see what it's telling you right there? It's going to give you the option here. Kind of the long way of doing it, guys. It kind of is. Because I'm going to show you.
Isn't it like P? Is that the P?
Easy for me to say this is an answer. Most of the time, yes that follows is the...
You already have your cursor right here.
Yes.
All you have to do is press comma. It already knows to put comma. But if you don't know how to do that, it gives you that option. Do you want to insert punctuation? Yes, I do. Push number 2. What do you want to do? Period, comma, colon, semicolon, whatever. You scroll down to which one you want, put it. 45 minutes later, you're done. No big deal. It just gives you that option. Or you could have just had your cursor right there, which is where it was. Push comma, it already puts the comma right there. Okay?
In this case-
It's just giving you different options of what you can do. Automagic always gives you different options of what you can do. Okay?
In this case, though, they want it to be an answer.
In this case, they want it to be an answer. So, you could push F4. Your cursor's right here.
That's what y'all want.
Push F4, automatically sets it up as an answer. Okay? Or you push number 3, which is insert a paragraph type. It's going to ask you what kind of paragraph you want. Question, answer, colloquy, parenthetical, whatever. So and that's what they're fixing to explain.
Start of a paragraph. If I press 3, that will now make it easy for me to say, this is an answer.
You see what it's saying right there? And it gives you the different options of,
For me to say, this.
you know, what you want. Do you want it as a fixed line? Do you want a question, answer, speaker, question paragraph, answer paragraph, speaker paragraph, whatever you want. There's so many different options that you can do, but there's quicker ways of doing it. Okay? F3 is a question. Shift F5 is a fixed line. F4 is an answer. So I mean, there's quicker ways of doing it. Okay?
This is an answer. Most of the time, Eclipse Automatic Number Conversion formats numbers properly as you write, but sometimes context may be unclear. For those times where you need to change the format of a number, Automagic makes it possible to do so with a very minimum of steps.
Any questions about that? Are you even listening?
Yes.
Hotkeys, pop-ups, and fonts are a few Automagic display options that are found in the View Toggles dialog. Let's see. At the right edge of the info bar, Automagic can show the speed keys or hyper keys that are available as keyboard shortcuts. This can help new users to learn the keyboard shortcuts for editing efficiency, but more experienced users may want to hide them. This can be done by going to the View Toggles dialog and unchecking the box that appears next to hotkeys.
You understand what it's telling you right there? Y'all know what those are, the hotkeys? Y'all know what those are, right? It's just the shortcuts to what you want to do. Those are the hotkeys. Okay? You can have them out there by checking that hotkeys in your user setting. In what was it? View. Under View Toggles. Go in there and check it if that's what you want. Hotkeys, you want Automagic keys, that's where you put them in. Okay? By checking it. If you already know what they are and you need more space, then you can take those off of there by unchecking the hotkeys. Okay?
Your Automagic choices can also be displayed in a small pop-up window that can appear after a short delay. The delay is expressed in milliseconds, and the default setting is half a second. So as I move my cursor, the choice is off.
You see what it's telling you right there? You can use the Automagic keys over here, or you can have it set up to where it puts it right over the words as you're going through there. So it's easier to see. You don't have to take your eyes off of the context of what you're doing here to look over here, you know, while your audio is going. You're gonna have it right there and it's gonna be quick. You know what, I need 3, push 3, keep going. I need 7, push 7. It's gonna come up and it's just gonna pop up that window real quick. And you can change that. You can change that time of how long it pops up.
The delay is expressed
In this little delay box, delay time. And it's expressed in, I believe they said milliseconds. So this is half a second right here. 500 is half a second. I believe it's what they said.
in milliseconds, and the default setting is half a second. So as I move my cursor, the choices offered by Automagic are brought closer to where I'm looking. In fact, you can hide the info bar entirely and still see your Automagic choices, only in a pop-up. To do this, go to the View Toggles dialog and uncheck the box next to Info.
You see what it's telling you right there? You can take that whole Automagic box out to make it bigger for your for what you're working in your job and just have the pop-up come up to where you need it and what options you need in just a pop-up. Or you can use it in the info bar. Okay? Does that make sense to you guys?
Yeah.
So you would uncheck that, just have the pop-up, and it just comes up as a pop-up. Depending on what your time delay is, half a second is what they have it set at.
Info bar, but leave the choices next to Automagic and Pop-up checked. That frees up some space on the screen without depriving you of your Automagic choices.
You see
Don't
what it
forget
did?
that you can adjust the font that's used to display your Automagic choices. For instance, you could use a smaller font that's narrow and bold. The Automagic choices would still be very readable, but now the info bar would not need to be as wide. So you could use the mouse to hover over the right edge of the info bar, then hold down the left mouse button while you drag to the left. That could free up some display space for other elements on your screen.
You understand what it's telling you right there? It's just putting your cursor right here, and you left click and kind of drag it, and it'll drag that box over and makes it smaller to where it's making your field a little bit bigger. Okay? Any questions? Excellent. Yeah. Okay, we're almost done. That's just an exercise. All right. Okay. Do y'all have any questions about anything that we went over tonight? Next week we're going to watch that tutorial, which really goes in depth about numbers and stuff like that. So use the numbers this week, guys.
Next week, do we have school next week?
Yes.
Why wouldn't we?
I thought it was in it after Good Friday, but
It's Friday, 2 Fridays in a row, we don't have school. And